Get over here. Okay, this has been a little bit annoying. I don't know why. I've been having trouble getting the game to start up since they updated it. I don't know what they did, but that's been annoying. And then also, I screwed up with the event. I didn't complete it all the way. So, I don't have the final one. As you'll see, I forgot to do this one. I thought I was done, because after this one, it like pooped me out. I guess I misclicked, and so I was like, oh, I'm done. And so, I just spent all the things on the auto one. And so, I didn't get the end of the story. So I'll have to record it tomorrow. But I'll record what I can today. It just sucks. I was like, oh my... It's like, oh god. Also, another thing is... I since I went through it, I got spoiled. I didn't know Kay was going to be in the story. Well, both D and K, because they always seem to work together. But I guess they're planning on introducing Kay, perhaps for the next event, which is exciting, as she's one of the characters on my list that I want. Because you see right down here, what does it say? Nikke, you want to pull. What do I have in there? I got K. I mostly wanted, back when I made this, I wanted Elig so I could max her out. Of course, I want freaking Nihilister. I always want Nihilister. And of course, I need Red Hood to finally finish her. Since I just need her one more time to, get the limit break. And of course, I want EH. And then also K. So I'm glad they're finally listening to us. Finally bringing her into the game, man. But anyways, I should be looking down there at her feet. Let's go through the story. I don't know what voice I'm gonna give her, but she is a nerd. She likes books, right? She's part of the storyteller. She's basically a record keeper. I'm surprised they didn't make them wear glasses. Whew. That's a good thing. She just dressed like a... I mean, she's kind of dressed like a grandma. Or like an old woman. Anyway. I'll figure out what voice I want to give her when I get to it. We'll start with Ingrid. Well, will you be okay? I already got to give her a voice. Was she a zippers? I didn't realize that. Sorry. No, I'm not going to give her a voice. Sorry. Sorry. I just give her a generic voice. Damn, man, why does she look so much... Jesus, bigger compared to Ingrid? Like, does she... It seems like her head's giant compared to Ingrid's. Sorry. I'm sure you already know that you're quickly reaching your limit. Huh? You said that several times already. This is my job. Okay, if that's what you want. Alright. I'm going to lie down. Arcana lies down on the bed, extending out from the large cylindrical machine. Yikes! It's cold. Can you at least outfit this thing with some heating? It's always freezing. I'll think about it. Anyway, let's begin. Alright. Oh, wait. It's okay if you're scared. You're doing the right thing. Click. Just like me. You taking selfies? What? Just let me take a few selfies. For proof, Jesus Christ. Arcana. Yo, I was thinking, what's Saturday, man? I'm freaking Rome Total War. Arcana.
Arcane.
Arcane. Arcana. However they pronounce it. However you want to pronounce Arcana. Or is it... How would you say her name? Arcana? Arcana? Arcana. Strikes a couple of different poses. What? As she takes a step... Wait, no. Takes a few snaps of the phone. Sorry about that. All done now. As Ingrid presses the button, the machine hums to life. Memory Wipe procedure initiated. We're only within the authorized limits by a hair. No. Wait, it's the opposite. We're just outside it. Arcana lies inside the operating machine with her eyes closed peacefully. Ingrid takes out her phone. Please provide authentication code. Authenticating user. You. Do what you have to. I'll do the same. Authentication complete. User code. Was that one or I? For a righteous judgment. What was that? A woman? A woman? A woman! Remind me of the leads from the first Halo game. Oh, what kind of I don't remember what voice I kind of gave it. Oh, monsieur! Stay right where you are! It's time for Thieves of Justice to take a move. Unfortunately, not this time. Then what is it? I need your help. A stranger appears from behind Phantom. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Arcana.
Arcane.
She's also from the bestseller squad. Hello. Nice to meet you, Arcana.
Arcane.
Oh, you were talking to me? Nice to meet you too. Allow me to apologize on her behalf. She's not usually like this. She lost her memory. What do you mean? As in, she underwent a memory wipe? That's right. I'm not sure if you remember, but due to the sensitive and secretive nature of our work, the members of Bestseller have to undergo regular memory wipes. I see. Secretive? I receive my fair share of memory wipes, but it's nothing compared to what Arcana goes through.
Arcane.
How often does she have to get it done? On a daily basis. Even though it's become a daily routine. Something went wrong this time. Like lasting side effects? I guess you could say that, you know, yeah, eventually there's going to become issues where it doesn't wipe properly. I mean, what's going to happen to the nymph? Your nymph's going to dry up? Don't worry, give her some of my blood and she won't, you can't even memory wipe because there won't be no nymph. We're supposed to only forget the information we handle. But right now, I kind of has forgotten who she even was. Or is, you know, whatever. The boss asked me to do whatever I could to try and bring her memories back. But nothing had worked so far. Please, monsieur, I need your help. I need you to help Arcana regain her memory. Are you not in a position to help? No, it's not that. I'm just thinking about what we could do to help her regain her memory. Name? Huh? I remember my name. And what my job was. You do? Well, that's something. My name is Arcana.
Arcane.
I'm a detective. Mystery one. My name is Arcana. I'm a detective. So is that true? Are you really a detective? Phantom mentioned secrets earlier. And something clicked in my mind. Also, the word detective sounds familiar. Therefore, I must be... That's probably because you played the role of detective when we all practiced being thieves. Oh, is that it? That's right. At least you got your name right. Arcana, try and remember. We are the bestseller squad. Librarians in the Ark, entrusted with the noble duty of preserving knowledge. You can explain it all you want, but I still don't remember. Is there anything you could tell her which would jog her memory? To be honest, I'm not really sure. Aren't you both from the same squad? We're both a part of Bestseller. Yes, but we don't actually know much about each other's work. Because it's classified? That's right. Other than personal matters, we don't know much else about each other. When it comes to our professional roles, I can only assume that Arcana handles even more secret material than the rest of us. But I do know where she usually spends her time, which is in her workshop. Why don't we go there and try to find some clues? My thief instincts are pointing in that direction. I suppose that's the only viable option we have. Are you okay with that, Arcana? With what? We're planning going to your room. Oh. I don't know. That's a bit... What's making you hesitate? I'm a bit of a neat freak. Is she? What if she only thinks that she is, but when we get there, it's like... it's like messy as hell. Or at least, I think I was. That's true. You never did have so much as a hair out of place. Looks like that hasn't changed. I guess not. Maybe that's why when I hear that other people will be entering my room, I feel this sense of resistance. But if we don't check it out, we won't turn up any clues. How about this? Arcana lifts her pinky finger. Promise me something. Promise what? That you won't make too much of a mess. If you do that, I might feel better about all this. Sure. I put my pinky together with Arcana.
Arcane.
Alright, let's go. Arcana strides confidently out of the room. Or out of the door. No, wait. Does it say room or door? And then probably comes back. She's just gonna say, yeah, where is my workshop? Where is my workshop, by the way? I'll lead the way. Searching for memories. Hey! After arriving at the library. The library! We proceed to follow Phantom deeper inside the building, past the reading room, until we reach the door at the end of the secluded hallway. This is it! This should be Arcana's workshop, although I've never been inside. Looks quite secretive. Huh? This must have been written by me. Arcana points to a note stuck in the door, which reads, Authorized personnel only. That's definitely your handwriting. Hey, you know what? Arcana pokes my side. What? Given how hidden this location is, I must have been working on something that was a huge secret. If I'm not a detective, then maybe I'm an assassin. I mean, I know a few. Or a fixer. Something like that. I highly doubt. It's not entirely possible. I didn't go through that event. Actually, that might be true. You think so too? Let's hurry inside. We may find a weapon stash. Knives, guns, all sorts of stuff. Huh? I kind of jiggles the door handle, but the door doesn't budge. It's locked? There's something next to the door frame. Beside the door, a small device. The size of a fist is affixed to the wall. It looks like a biometric scanner. Wow, you can tell that by just looking at it? I've seen something similar a few times before. Are you an assassin as well? I mean, okay. I mean, it's kind of sad that she lost her memory, but it is kind of cute, I will say. I saw it at the Central Government HQ. Oh, right. Phantom told me that you're a commander. Try scanning your fingerprint. Following my instructions, Arcana places her finger on the scanner and brings her face toward the device. Identification confirmed. It opened! Thanks for the tip. No problem, let's head inside. Wait just a moment. Don't forget our promise. No making a mess. Upon entering the room, the interior space, to put it chirpy, has a lived-in feel. To put it bluntly, it's a mess, isn't it? Like I said, like I said, it was gonna be. Oh, it's a total pigsty. I knew it. Maybe her concern wasn't that someone would make it messy; that she didn't want people to see how messy it was. Well, I think we can rule out you being an assassin. Well, piles of clothes are scattered everywhere. Books are stacked up in impossible high towers. One entire wall is covered with an array of photos. A motley assortment of occult artifacts are peppered throughout throughout this array. Their purpose unclear. Maybe this isn't my room. Those pictures on the wall, are those selfies of you? Wait, I got it. A thief must have broken in. Some dastard criminal busted in and trashed my room. The door was locked, and from the the looks of it, can only open with your biometric data. I liked room ransacking, perhaps? This library is one of the most secure places in the Ark. No run-of-the-mill cat burglar could get in here. Only a phantom thief would even have a chance of breaking in. Well, doesn't it feel nice and, homey? I suppose you could say that. At least, there's no garbage strewn about. Yeah, I'm good about that. I don't leave. I throw my trash away. Of course there isn't. What do you take me for? Having said that, you should really try put your clothes away properly. I'll fucking just stuff it in my clothes in my dresser. And get in the habit of putting books back on the shelf after reading them. I should mention that you were like this even before you lost your memory. I see. Forget clues. We need to clean this place up first. Wait. You're already going out of your way to help me? Having you clean my room is a step too far. How about you go outside for a moment? I'll clean this place up. It won't be long. If you insist. Well, be in the reading room. Call us when you're actually. What's wrong? Could you actually help me a little, Phantom? Fine. Call me when you're done. I mean, there's probably women's clothing. So, I mean, I spent about 30 minutes in the reading room, perusing various books before returning to Arcana's workshop. I returned by myself. Like, they didn't come out and get me. I was just like, I'm fucking bored. Nothing seems to have changed. What do you mean? I got rid of the clothes and organized all sorts of stuff. I did my best. The table looks exactly like it did before. As before, the table is cluttered with stacks of cards, a crystal ball, and thick, mysterious-looking books. Oh, that stuff? Arcana picks up a deck of cards from the table. While we were cleaning, these brought back memories. Tarot cards? Oh, so you're familiar? I know there are tarot cards, but that's about it. Arcana skillfully shuffles the deck. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I used to do tarot reading as a side gig. That's correct. You even ran a small fortune-telling shop in the Ark. What? This is huge. Why are you only telling me this now? I did. I told you about 5-minute times earlier. Oh, sorry. Still, at least you're remembering things, even if it isn't at the fastest pace. Do you remember anything else? Not yet. Just... Akane flips over the card and carefully places it on the table. I do remember that before heading to work, I would do a reading for myself. On the card, it reads, Death. Death? I take it that's a bad sign? Well, Arcana hesitates for a while. It means... After a few moments, she utters something which takes me aback. I have no idea what it means. Well, 15 minutes later, after flipping through one of the formidable tomes for a while, Arcana suddenly lifts her head. I found it. The upright death card, despite its ominous appearance. In fact, it signifies new beginnings and rebirth. Phantom. Yes. Do tarot readings usually involve reading from a book? Pretty sure that's a no. This is worse than I thought. I really made the right choice asking for your help. You think so? Yeah. I can't believe she completely forgot about Tarot. That's one of her favorite things. I'm not so concerned about that. What I want to know is, has she always been like this, personality-wise? Beep beep. Sorry, I gotta take this. Go ahead. Phantom leaves the room with her phone in hand. So, in conclusion, I'm bubbly and approachable on the outside, but inside, I'm cold, ruthless, and sophisticated professional. Voila! I see. Would you like me to give you a reading? No, outside the room, I can faintly hear Phantom on the phone. Actually, we may have to wait for Phantom, so go ahead. Excellent! Even if it's not always 100% accurate, fortune telling can still be quite useful. You could consider it a form of advice. Arcana shuffles the deck and spreads the cards across the table. Now, let's select 3 cards. I reach out and draw 3 cards, then flip them over. Emperor, Wheel of Fortune, and Reversed Hangman. Arcana looks at the cards, blinking vacantly. Do you need a moment to consult the book? No. I remember. You have had a few things on your mind as of late. That could apply to anyone. It seems that you're struggling, especially with human interaction. Once again, that's pretty general. Very true. And you recently parted ways with someone precious to you. Whoa, did her eyes change? Wait, when is this supposed to take place? Who is the precious? Is it Marion? Who would I part ways with? Huh? Surface, battle, struggle. You have been fighting ceaselessly all this time, without reprieve. Arcana, are you okay? Chatterbox. Huh? Nihilister. Indivilia. Okay, this is how late. Countless enemies whom you have defeated. However, even stronger foes will stand in your way going forward. Current data shows your success rate in battle as 82%. If we exclude tactical retreats and successful withdrawals, 100%. After analyzing your combat record from your initial commission to your latest mission, your future is... Arcana staggers back, clutching her head. I reach out to support her. Huh? Are you okay? Oh, yes. I just got a little dizzy all of a sudden. With her head resting against my shoulder, Arcana looks up at me. Hey, doesn't this make me seem like a fragile damsel in distress? Like a princess? When did I ever say princess? I said damsel. At any rate, thanks for keeping me upright. Should I pick the other one? I'm fine now. What in the world just happened? What do you mean? Did I make your heart flutter? I mean, maybe. Okay, I had to stop and start the recording because I thought OBS had crashed for a second. You certainly did, but not for the reason you're thinking. It seems Arcana has no memory of what just transpired. Did something happen? No, it's nothing. Why am I lying to her? What was that call about? I don't think I can leave the library unattended any longer. So it was regarding work? Indeed it was. So I was wondering. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. If you need help with anything, you can contact me anytime. Will do. Let's head out of here for now, Arcana. Okay. What do you plan on doing now? First off, I think we need to have you get a thorough examination. What does that mean? Despite Arcana's grumbling about how she is fine, I insist on taking her to the hospital. After having her go through a medical examination, I head into the consultation room to hear the results from Mary. Oh, Mary's here. How'd it go? You say you're potentially... Wait. Mary's a freaking MILF that is, she's scary when she opens her eyes, man. She's controlling. You say you're potentially suffering a permanent memory loss due to a repeated memory wipes. That's what we think, yes. There is a high chance that your memories will return. Wouldn't you say that? You remember more than you did when you first regained consciousness? I think so. Some stuff about tarot is also coming back to me. Alright. Now, if I could direct your attention to this. Murray points at the monitor. Your brainwave activity and neural responses are returning to normal. The nymph also appears to be reacting according to those changes, so I think you'll be okay. Okay. One more thing. You said you visited your old room, yes? Being a familiar location like that, and engaging in activities you did before, are effective methods for regaining your memories. Keep at it, but be careful not to overdo it. I knew it. You see? Phantom was the one who suggested going to the room, not you. However, this might be the last time where you'll have a chance to return to normal. Huh? Could you explain that in more detail? We have a case in our database of another patient with similar symptoms. Mary turns the monitor so that we can see it. After experiencing intermittent memory loss, she eventually suffered a complete and total loss of memory. The test results indicated that her NIF had been reset, the case of which was excessively frequent memory wipes. When repeatedly exposed to certain stimuli, the brain adapts and becomes accustomed to them. NIF functions in the same fashion. The NIF mistakenly registers an absence of memory as the default state as normal, and subsequent and independently begins to erase memories that it shouldn't. In other words, it becomes accustomed to the absence of memories. So you told me she's just going to become brain dead? Maybe a husk. Well, I don't think it will go to that extent of shutting down your essential survival functions. If this keeps up, you will almost certainly lose all your memories. Permanently. That sounds a lot like... Yes, we call this a mind switch. Technically, it's a bit different, but the result's still the same. You become a totally different person. I'll run a few more tests. Pepper will guide you. Okay, thank you. Arcana leaves the consultation room. Commander, you said Arcana was part of the bestseller squad? Yes, she said that she handles records. And every time she has to handle classified information, her memory is erased? Correct. She's strong. What do you mean? Do you know when the Ark's library was established? It's been around since the Ark's inception. Of course, I don't know if Arcana has been working there from the beginning. But I'm sure she's been there for quite a while. It's not a job that most people would be willing to undertake. Mary organized the charts in her folder. First and foremost, my opinion as a medical professional is that she shouldn't undergo any more memory wipes. Oops. That may be difficult. It's not exactly up to her. I see. That means you have to take good care of her. She may not show it, but I'm sure she's feeling quite anxious. Alright, thank you, Mary. I head to the consultation room and wait for Arcana. After finishing her test, Arcana comes skipping over. Skipping? Did it go well? Yes. Nothing too serious. Arcana. Yes? Mary said it wouldn't be good for you to keep getting your memory wiped. I know. But it's not like I can help it, can I? You're right. But perhaps if I say something to the higher-ups... Oh no. I didn't say that it as a way of asking for your help. I chose this job. And all that entails. No one knows me better than myself. I realize my memory is a bit screwy at the moment.
But I know that I'm someone who only dedicates herself to things that she believes in. And you know why? Swoosh. Arcana takes out a tarot card. Wheel of Fortune. Whoops, wrong side. Arcana turns over the card. On the back side, the following words are written. You are the master of your own fate. I thought you'd be a little more impressed. About what? This is the message left to me by my past self. Isn't that amazing? Aren't you on tenterhooks? Now then. Arcana smiles and reaches out her hand. May I? You may. I take Arcana's hand and she begins to lead me somewhere. Ooh. A few moments later, we arrive at the downtown area of the Arc. What are you planning on doing? The doctor said it would help if I do things that I did before, right? Well, that's what I'm trying out. You remember activities you used to do? No, but there are ways that could help me find out. Arcana holds out her phone. In our modern society, it's not unreasonable to say that just about everything concerning us is tied to our phones. So with that in mind, if I look at my past purchases, Arcana scrolls through her book, I'll be able to find exactly what I was doing. Uh-huh. Alright, let's go. Our first destination is none other than... I mean, it makes sense to have memories, you know. That's why she was taking selfies of herself before she got wiped. Ugh. Too bitter. I guess you're not a fan of bitter flavors. Apparently not. I figured that since I'd bought something at the cafe, it would have been a coffee, but I guess not. Try ordering something else at the same price. That's genius. Wait a moment, I'll be right back. This has to be the one. It's delicious.
What is it?
Lemon tea. Want to try some?
Arcana holds out her cup. Sure.
Here.
I take a sip of the lemon tea.
How is it?
I think I prefer coffee.
Ugh. How can you drink something so bitter?
Well, that's because you, I don't think it's all that bitter.
Are you telling me that the coffee you have isn't bitter?
Wait, you may think it's... Arcana takes a sip of my coffee.
Ugh.
I was gonna tell you it was bitter.
Well, why didn't you tell me sooner? Anyway, are there always this many people here? The place seems familiar, but it feels weird seeing this many people.
I'm surprised you remember so much.
What do you mean?
You just said it feels weird for this place to be packed. Doesn't that mean you remember usually being not so busy?
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh no, sorry. I don't really remember anything concrete.
So you didn't remember after all.
What would be weird is if all my memories came rushing back from a single drink at a cafe. We still have a lot more places to go.
I know, but...
Look at this.
Arcana pulls out a note from her pocket. Crayon full of densely written text. On the very top is written, places to visit today.
Actually, on second thought...
Scribble scribble. Arcana hurriedly takes out a pen and scratches out the heading. Replacing instead with Operation Memory Recovery.
That's better.
Anyway,
these are all the places we still have to check out.
The note includes locations such as the cafe and many others. A famous dessert shop that I've heard about, an accessory store, a nail salon, a hair salon, several popular restaurants, and more. Hold on.
Yes?
You intend on visiting all these places?
Of course. I have to regain my memories, don't I? Why? Are you busy?
The commander's always busy. You know how many people want me to do things for them? Oh. I'm surprised my squad isn't here, like, hounding my ass. Like, Commander, why are you wasting time going out for cafe stuff? And you could be doing it with us, so what are you doing? It's not that,
Don't worry about money. I've got it covered.
Ooh.
A sugar mama? Oh. It's not that either. Then what's the problem? I trust you to see this through to the end. I am subsequently dragged around by Arcana
Arcane.
for the entire afternoon. It's just this fucking date. Women, they would go everywhere. At long last, we arrive at our last stop, a photo sticker booth. This is it. Okay. Before I can say anything more, the camera snaps and takes a photo. Despite me not being ready. Okay, let's see if we got any good ones. Oh, this one. Here you go. Thanks. Arcana hands me a photo. In it, I can be seen in a cute discomfort. Meanwhile, Arcana is awkwardly positioned at an odd angle. You don't like it, do you? Alright, next week. Huh? Arcana once again starts to stagger, and I hold her up. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It's like someone is taking a vacuum cleaner in my brain. Are you okay? Not really, but at least it's benefiting me somehow. Every time she visits a new location, Arcana gets a splitting headache and regains a bit of her memory. Apparently this one is the pose I like to make when taking photos. It was like my body was moving on its own. The dishes she eats, the clothing style she's fond of, movies that left a deep impression on her. They are everyday things, but they seem to be helping her. There were quite a lot of pictures in your room. It seems you were a fan of taking photos. Yeah, even when it's not a particularly special occasion. Is something wrong? Uh-oh. Arcana stares at me with the same vacant expression she had during the tarot reading. Arcana? Arcana proceeds to head outside, completely ignoring me calling out to her. Uh-oh. Where's she going? I follow Arcana inside the library. She is still in what seems to be a fugue state? Identification confirmed. Click. After arriving at the entrance of her workplace, Arcana casually verifies her identity and opens the door. She approaches the wall covered in photographs. I don't know why as Arcana flips over a photo. What the? The entire bookshelf moves to one side, revealing an old but sturdy looking door. Death. Click. Rebirth. New beginning. Arcana disappears beyond the door. Huh? I follow her through the door. As I pass into the dark hallway. A reading room? Inside there is a reading room which appears even older than those found in the library. Arcana stands in the middle, the same blank expression on her face. Arcana, are you okay? You're so dizzy. Wait a moment. Once she has gotten hold of herself, Arcana lifts her face. Why say eyes? Okay, I'm fine now. This was a pretty severe episode. Worse than the others. Do you think you've regained your memory? Maybe. Maybe. Well, it's true that I now remember things that I couldn't before. I can't say for certain whether it's everything. But it probably is, right? I'm not sure about that. Anyways. Huh? Arcana frankly looks around the surroundings. How did we get here? I just followed you. Whoa! Arcana grabs my hand and starts walking back the way we came in. You can't be here. It'll only lead to trouble. Hurry and get out. I'll explain later. Uh-oh. It's D&K. Footsteps echo from the other end of the hallway. Already? Oh no, we're too late. What should I do? Arcana grabs me by the arms and looks me in the eye. Listen carefully. Let me handle this. Just stay quiet and don't say anything and stay still. Understand? What in the world is... Do you understand? Okay. Just gotta calm down. Arcana steps in front of me, as if to protect me. Meanwhile, the individual responsible for the clacking footsteps emerges. Ah! Ow. Wait, why is D forever now in her freaking her dress? Man, when are we getting freaking K? What kind of voice did I give her? There we go. That's right. That's how she talks. She talks like this. Huh? Huh? There you go. See, because I saw this part. It's the two of them. I was like, oh. Huh? Hello. It's been a while. Wow. I've never seen you dressed so casually, D. It really suits you. You got quite a nice figure. Although Arcana is maintaining a neutral expression, while D and K... her legs are trembling like twigs. Arcana. Shh! Arcana, it's okay. What do you mean? We're in serious trouble here. Do you have any idea how dangerous these people are? Ah! I grab Arcana's wrist and pull her back and step forward. Listen to what I'm telling you. Arcana is grabbing me by the fancy, yanking me backward. You're gonna get yourself killed. They're gonna knock your block off. Wait, what is this? What are you doing here? Honey. Arcana promptly stops yanking backwards and bolts upright. Honey? Are you two an item? No, that's not... It's complicated. Complicated? We were out on... I can't... Shit, I already forgot. It's funny, I pulled it up, and then I completely ignored Dee's voice. That's right, she just has a generic voice. I didn't even give her a voice. We were out on a mission, but dropped everything because we got an intruder alert. I never imagined it'd be you, honey. You shouldn't have come here. It's unfortunate that it has to end this way, especially since we had some good times in the past, huh? D and K put their hands on their ears, as if receiving communication. Stand down? Call off termination? Termination? You mean to tell me I really got offed? Correct. What other nonsense? Did you hear the orders? Yes. Situation all clear. Resuming previous mission. I'll let you do the explaining. As Dee passes by, she stops for a moment and leans closer to my ear. Honey, if you consult the materials in this place, perhaps the crown upon your head won't weigh so heavily. What does she think? That... What the... Does she think I was sitting around twiddling my thumbs before this? I was in the middle of a mission too. I finally managed to infiltrate another location, which was no small feat. But had to drop everything in order to come running over here. Okay. What? An explanation, please. If it weren't for that order, I would just leave. This is top secret facility, where any unauthorized shooters are liable to get their heads lopped off. Arcana is the administrator. She's the only one who can enter this place. That is, until now, you were just granted authorization. What does that mean? You can read the information contained here. So where else you want, you could leave it in here for all I care. What exactly is this place? Momentarily, at a loss for words, Kay soon comes back to her senses. Before I say anything more, I want to know something. When you came here, did you have any idea what kind of place this was? No. I mean, obviously it's a top secret record rooms. It kind of reminds me of the area down below Macilis, where they have all the just like layers and layers of secret facilities with random like experimental rooms and storage and stuff. My coming here was more accidental than anything, honestly. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm not angry. I was just reflecting back on my life. Huh? Why? Because same action that led to different results. I'm not in the mood to explain this to you. I don't know the specifics about this place myself, so I'll leave the explanation to it, can't I? I gotta go. Good grief. What is it now? Kay once again touches her ear and grimaces. It's a message from... Was it I? One? She says to... Oh, well, you know, it's probably Ingrid, so it's I. She says to check your phone. My phone? Upon taking out my phone, I see there's a message. Always act in tactical manner. Yes, it's Ingrid. Soon after Kay leaves. Thud. Arcana exhales in relief and plops to the ground. My goodness. I think I just shaved 10 years off my life. Thank you. Huh? What are you so surprised for? I didn't expect you to be thanking me. You tried to protect me back there. You haven't done anything wrong. You're just trying to help me and got mixed up in all this as a result. You should hardly have to die because of that. I see, thank you. You know, I'm thinking now, I think we're going to cover the second D event tomorrow. Because I'm kind of curious. I know supposedly it's like we were like infiltrating together, so we had to act as a couple again. Just like with the License to Kill. You're making me uncomfortable. I just did what I needed to be done. How the heck do you know members of Perilous Siege? Perilous Siege. Anyway, are you a... Yes, I'm an assassin. You do seem to be the type, I guess. I'm a commander. I've told you that already. Well, technically, I'm commander of the commando squad. So, oh right. Hold on. What's a commander from ARC doing fraternizing with AKs from Perilous Siege? That makes it even weirder. It does? Come on, tell her. I'm like Special Forces. I'm Special Forces commander. This need to give me a new title. I'm not commander anymore. I'm commander. Come on her. Yes. Usually anyone who crosses paths with them doesn't live to tell the tale. After all, they were apparently planning to bump you off initially. Don't remind me. How do you know D&K? This library, or this precise location rather. Arcana points to the ground. Paris Siege handles security for the top secret archive. As such, I've had the pleasure of running into them a handful of times. I see. In an attempt to lighten the suddenly dour mood, I changed the subject. Can you tell me more about your memory coming back? Well, before I opened the door, I remembered mumbling something. Yeah, death and rebirth, stuff like that. Yes, those words act as triggers. Kind of like a form of self-suggestion. Whenever I come here to work, I recite those words and voila! I remember everything that's happened in here. It's super convenient. Sure, the very fact I regain those memories means I have to get them wiped again once I'm done working, but that's not such a big deal. That actually works? It sure does. Since I'm a Nikke. This time was an exception to the rule. What with me losing all my memories and regaining it all. Normally, I don't experience any major issues like that. You did this time. Arcana puts on a not entirely convincing innocent smile, then approaches me and links her arms with mine. Let's go. Go where? Didn't you hear, Kay? I gotta give you an explanation, don't I? I'll give you a tour of the library. We returned back to the antique reading room I had briefly seen before. This is top secret archive I was telling you about. It may sound intimidating, but as you can see, it's a little more than a run-down room of books. This is where classified records are stored. Yes, if I were to put it simply, you could call this a archive of forbidden books. So it's probably like the library underneath the Vatican. Kind of like in the fantasy novels, when they've got places where they keep the dangerous and forbidden knowledge or magic. Although, there isn't any forbidden magic here. Then what is in here? Top secret records, which are very dangerous. Arcana keeps her arm locked with mine and starts walking further inside the reading room. It looks similar to the grand reading room in the library, doesn't it? This was the original reading room when the Ark was first built. Over the years, the library has undergone numerous expansions and become what you see now. Meanwhile, this old reading room was reconverted into a forbidden library. The most important part of my job is... Oh, forbidden art library. Like that. That's what I'm going to call this place from now on. Anyway, my job is to oversee this place. Since everything in here is highly classified information, which cannot leave the room under any circumstances, I therefore have to get my memories wiped after working. It's the same for Phantom and Label with their jobs. I think I remember Phantom mentioning Label, but I've never... I still have yet to see her. Man, it just makes me... I'm glad we're finally gonna get K, but when are we getting Hammering and Drilly? Of course, the problem is they have to solve the stuff going on with Hammering, since she's just ahead, which is sad. And obviously, more than likely, I'm forgetting her name. Not Fragile. Fragile is her friend. Liverin. Liverin's gonna try and steal Hammering's head, which is, damn. But it's particular intense for you. A daily occurrence, from what I gather. Yes, at least. At least? I once had my memory wiped more than 10 times in a single day. For a while there, it negatively affected my work, and things started piling up. But it wasn't because I was slacking off. Promise. You got a strange look on your face. Was it something I said? Are you okay? With what? Getting your memory wiped that often. Oh, that? Of course. I don't enjoy it. What a silly question. Do you know how annoying it is to shuttle back and forth to Elysian headquarters all the time? On top of that, I have to make the trip right after work. I've been asking them to place a memory wipe device in my room or somewhere close, but they shot the idea down quick. Said it'd be too difficult to maintain the machine that way. Our boss is a good person, but she's a bit stuck in her ways. What's so funny? Nothing, I was just thinking about what a good person you are. I'm simply doing what's expected of me. The work I do isn't exceptionally painful or difficult. Arcana playfully pokes my cheek. So, why don't you turn that frown upside down for me? Okay. Good boy. Now then. Arcana reaches out her hand. What do you say we continue with our tour? Arcana and I make our way down the hallway connected to the reading room. Rows of old bookshelves stretch on seemingly infinitely. There's so much here. There certainly is. Even so, the library is going to undergo another expansion soon. And this time, it's not to enlarge the area accessible to the public, but rather to make the Forbidden Library bigger. It makes you wonder why there's so much to hide. You say that, but from looking at the labels on the bookshelves, the contents containing here seems to be harmless records of human history rather than sensitive classified information. World history, pop music, film. Is this the kind of information that really has to be kept secret? Below one of the labels, which is marked theater, there is a piece of paper affixed to the bookshelf, which reads, "Not for me." Secrets must be protected. It's kind of like our squad's motto. You know, I'm starting to think, like, what if the reason she gets her memory wiped is actually because she suffers from depression from looking at the past human history and what, you know, how great, I don't know, stroking humanity's ego. how great we used to be, basically. And she's like, man, we used to have all this shit, and now here we are, squalid underground. And I wonder if she actually suffers from depression from it. And then she has to get her memory wiped because she just can't handle it. What if that's actually the thing, and they just made it up that she's like I don't want people to know that I'm actually I'm fucking broke all the time, depressed. So just say that I get my memory wiped because it's supposedly sensitive data. What if that? I wonder if that's going to turn out to be the thing. That's just a theory, but I mean, everyone keeps saying that. Even her friends get memory wipes, so obviously it's like, Doesn't it kind of go without saying the secrets should be protected? Yes, but the emphasis is on just how necessary it is. I see. These books are a valuable piece of human history. When you have something of such immense value, what do you think is the best way to protect it? I'll let no one know of its existence. Precisely. No one will steal them or desecrate them if they don't know they exist. Well, you can allow people to make copies of them, and so people can view the copies of them. But of course, then people, of course, there would be, hey, they doctored this copy of that book, so I need to go see that, the source. To be honest, I'm unfortunately I'm a objectivist, so everyone deserves to know. I don't care how terrifying it is. Just fucking tell me, all right? If there are aliens out there, just fucking tell me. I'll be like, fucking do it. I really don't fucking care. Unfortunately, there are like a lot of people that would fucking lose their marbles if they, found out there were fucking aliens and shit. So it's like I kind of understand, but then I'm just like, just let us know. I'd rather be told than have everything like, than not know anything. It's basically how I am. It's just like, just tell me. Kind of ironic when you think about it. Pretty much so. Although, our founder saw things a bit differently. Founder? The man who both created the bestseller squad and trusted us with overseeing the library. I heard he retired from his previous line of work and went to become the library director. What about now? Now, I guess you could say the position is vacant. At the moment, our squad oversees everything here. The founder stepped away a long time ago. What kind of person was he? I don't know. You don't have to look at me like that. The reason I don't know is because I never met him. Really? Of course not. He was around during the time of the Operation Arc Guardian. I've been in the squad for a while, but not that long. Okay, so she hasn't been alive for 100 years. Confirmed. Sorry, I thought you'd been here from the start. I'm not that old, you know. I mean, to be honest, just gotta listen. You try with that, with her like stuff hanging off her. She kind of reminds me of like old grandma. I'm the 17th. What? Manager of the Forbidden Library. Huh. What happened to the previous managers? Do you remember what the doctor said before? Oh. Yes. Mind switch. There you go. Making that face again. I shouldn't have said anything. I know. I keep asking you this, but... Are you sure you're okay? Okay, fine. This time. I won't change the subject and ramble about the commute. Of course I'm not okay. It's my memories that make me who I am. Even if it doesn't go as far as a full-blown mind switch, it's still like a part of me is dying with every passing day. It's not as if I'm losing all my memories, but I'm losing some of them. A hidden part of me goes with it. Nevertheless, this is a job which must be done. Is protecting this information really that important? More than your life? Yes. Far more important than the life of an ordinary Nikke like myself. Come this way. Arcana moves deeper into the library, into the reading room. The secrets contained in this place need to be kept safe. Do you know from what? People with bad intentions? No. Paris Leach fills that role. Then what? From Oblivion. These books contain records of the past which no longer exist. If the information contained within these tomes is forgotten, then the past world they describe dies along with them. As long as they are not forgotten, they are immortal. As long as at least one person remembers them, they will live on. As we walk, the books sitting in the shelves gradually become visibly older. They must smell of vintage books thickens in... Wait, the musty smell of vintage book thickens in the hushed, forbidden library. Personally, I find it somewhat odd myself. If they're so desperately to protect this place, there wouldn't be a need for someone like me. If they sealed this place off and kept it out of sight and out of mind, wouldn't that be easier? You're right, normally. That's how it would be done. Exactly. But... Click. Arcana opens the old wooden door at the end of the passageway. A secret can only exist when at least someone knows about it. Behind the door lies a small room, half of which is taken up by 2 bookshelves. The ever-present set of books lingers in the air. Arcana walks into the middle of the room and turns back to look at me. Do you think there are things in this world that no one knows about? If absolutely no one knows about something, then it can't be a secret. It couldn't possibly be contained within memory of written record. It wouldn't be anything. It wouldn't, by our definition, exist. Our founder could never leave these records to such a fate. Nor could I, or my predecessors, who similarly shouldered this duty. At the very least, they must not be forgotten. Arcana takes back a step to reveal a handwritten label on the bookshelf. The writing reads, Goddess Squad. Hey, I know those people. Goddess Squad? The books in this room were written by none other than the founder himself. Or, wait. I thought the founder was a dude. Wasn't the founder a dude? I swear. Pull back the record. Unless they're talking about the founder. Unless she's talking about the founder of the Goddess Squad. Which I don't know who that would be. Lilith? Did Lilith write this? I think she would be the founder. I mean, she was the first non-prototype Nikke to, be in combat. I don't know. The entire history of the Goddess Squad is recorded here. From when they first formed, all the way to Operation Arcana. Arcana takes out a book from the top shelf. All the information has been collected and neatly organized. I'm sure you'll be surprised to see there's more of the Goddess Squad than you thought. None of these books can be taken from here, but you're free to stay here and read at your leisure. What about after? Excuse me? Are there no records about what happened after Operation Arcana? There are, but they're all outside and publicly available. Because all the records covering the events after the operation were done by us. I see. Flip. I re-scanned through the book Arcana hands me. You're right, this is entirely different from the story I was told. What have you heard? Only bits and pieces via word of mouth. Ah, I see. Anyways, as you might know, we don't have detailed information on the God Squad's exploits, nor their specific members. But it's not as if their existence is being hidden. Why would that be? I don't know. Why? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I was genuinely asking. I feel like the commander might be able to tell why. Because, I mean, come on. You've hung out with Red Hood. You've hung out with Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel. He's hung out with... And he also ran as a fucking Dorothy. And you should know that Dorothy was a part of the Goddess Squad. Because, I mean, Red Hood and Dorothy met up and they... there was issues. But come on. I thought that since it was related to politics... Politics? Politics. You might know. Not to mention that you've had a good fortune of speaking to Goddess. Sorry, but I don't know. Oh, wow, she actually brought it up that I actually talked to them. I suppose it's not such a big deal anyway. I kind of carefully brushes some dust off the bookshelf. Something tells me she doesn't believe my assertion that I don't know anything. Not as long as we're keeping a watchful eye over them. Indeed. Ah, and there's more covered here than just the Goddess Squad. Arcana takes a book out from the bookshelf beside her. This is a record of everyone who risked their lives fighting for humankind. All the way back from the first Rapture invasion to Operation Arc Guardian. Flip. Arcana hands me the book and I open it. Daniel Carter, age 23. His life is recorded in volume 17, page 229. Stayed behind alone to operate the machine gun and provided cover fire for his squad's retreat. Shot once in the upper left arm, twice in the abdomen, yet continued firing until his death. With honor and gratitude for your sacrifice. Sarah Bradley volunteered to become Nikke at age 16. Her life is recorded in volume 42, page 35. Prisoner Operation Arc Guardian, after which whereabouts are unknown. Insufficient information regarding the potential final moments. Supplemental information will be provided if discovered. No, that's not why are we Pinay? Pinay? With honor and gratitude for your sacrifice. Flip. Jake Harris, age 38. Went missing during ARC evacuation operation. Insufficient information on his life and final moments. Supplemental information will be provided if discovered. With honor and gratitude for your sacrifice. Flip. On the next page and the page after that, line after line of editory text appears, seemingly never ending. With honor and gratitude for your sacrifice. With honor and gratitude for your sacrifice. For your sacrifice. What do you think? Isn't this worth risking my life for? Only you can answer that, not me. You truly are a good person. For all these years, I've been trying my best to keep this information safe. It's nice to have someone else here to remember both it and these people with me. As far as I know, there are only a total of 10 or so people who know about this. And now, you're one of them. So, you must help me to watch over these records. I will. After all, I am personally familiar with the Goddess Squad. I'm familiar. I know about the Goddess Squad. In fact, why do you keep pretending as if you know them? Why do you keep pretending as if you know them? Were you their commander? Well, no, but actually, wait. Technically, we did. I don't know if I was commanding them, but we fought alongside each other. Red Hood and Dorothy, and then Snow White, Rapunzel. Yeah. I reopened the first book Arcana gave me, covering the Goddess Squad. Flip. After checking and double-checking the table of contents along the rest of the book, I'm unable to turn up any information as to who was the commander of the Goddess Squad. There's no mention of the squad's commander anywhere. It's Anderson! The individual in question requested his name be redacted, as asserted that he did not deserve to have his name written alongside the Nikke's. After that, however, we recorded the names of all the commanders. Some of the more notable ones are Mad Dog. Mad Dog. I'm trying to. I can't remember who Mad Dog is, and we know who New Hope is. Fucking that fucking asshole. Whatever. Joe. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. John. Whatever. Fucking. Who's Mad Dog? I actually don't. There's also a commander who has recently been making a name for himself. He's the leader of Special Task Force. That's me. That's what they call me. Mad Dog Dirt. You know of the counters? Wait, I didn't say this. There's also a commander who has recently been making a name for himself. He's the leader of the Special Task Force counters. You know the counters? Of course I know. They're my favorite squad. Oh, I'm your favorite. Are they now? Absolutely. I'll show you. Come this way. Just a second. As I move to put the book back on the bookshelf, flip. A piece of paper falls out from between the pages. A note? The paper has yellowed from age. On it, there is written a single line. Old tale. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. Fucking. Cinderella. She's making me think of old tales. Old stories end beautifully. And I think that's as far as I can go. Because I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay, well, you'll have to see me tomorrow when I freaking finish. Let's get this ball rolling. I believe I just did this one. Goddess Squad? Question mark. Honor and Gratitude? I think that's what we're supposed to be on. A father eager into the bookshelf, which is unusually clean. Underneath the label reads Counter Squads. There is a temporary note that states, my favorite. Of all the squads, I've kept records since becoming the manager. The counters have performed the best. Oh, I'm perfectly aware of how capable they are. I imagine you would. After all, you've even spoken to the members of the Goddess Squad. Counters are a special commando unit. Yeah, why didn't I say that before? I'll be honest, I can hardly remember what we talked about last time. It's been a whole day. Yes, we're a special commando unit, so that's why that's right, because K and D came in, and then it's just like, well, I'm a special commando. Instead, I'm just like, oh, I'm just a normal commander. It's like, no, more than that. So, they've had to carry out all sorts of classified missions. There's a bunch of information about them which isn't known to the public either. Almost as much as the Goddess Squad. Every time they've gone up against a heretic, they've come out on top. Not every time. I'm pretty sure there were times that we were defeated or had to retreat. Okay, but if we exclude tactical retreats and successful withdrawals, they're undefeated. Hold on. How do you know all this? Wait, she doesn't know who I am? Wait a minute. I thought she knew the whole time. It's weird, because usually... Wait. I'm confused. She said that I met the goddess... She said I met the Goddess Squad, didn't I? Breakers, counters, is born. Oh, perfectly capable there. I imagine you would, after all, you've even spoken to members of the Goddess Squad. Maybe she forgets... Since she's forgotten. Maybe she's not associating with me with... I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. When we first went up against a heretic, I thought we were done for. Eventually, we got better and better. We worked more and more as a team, and everyone became stronger. And above all... Oh, I assume you've heard about Vapus. I have. The commander of the counters used it to defeat Nihilister. But apparently, it's no silver bullet. If only the commander of the counters was able to make more of that stuff. Looks like you... looks like not everything was recorded. Arcana's gaze fixates on the name tag on my chest. Then, we could have already reclaimed the surf... Wait a second. You got the same name as the commander of the counters. Well, that doesn't make sense, because she said that... I'm going to go back to it. I imagine you would, after all, you've even spoken to members of the Goddess Squad. How come she knew that, but didn't know who I was? It's probably... I'm assuming it's memory stuff. Arcana redirects her focus on my face. In your face. It's awfully similar to what I saw during the attack on the Ark. How interesting. You must be his doppelganger. Or his brother? Are you serious? You're him? You're the commander of the counters? I puffed my chest out as much as I can and flashed my most dashing smile. Nice to meet you. I'm Dirt, the commander of the counters. It's always nice meeting a fan. Oh man. It takes Arcana about 20 minutes to accept reality. Have you never seen a photo of me? My job usually consists of transcribing mission reports that come my way. I know your general description, but as far as actually seeing your face, it was only once briefly during the attack on the Ark. Phantom brought you to the outpost. I'm the only commander at the outpost, aren't I? My mind was all scrambled then. I had no idea whether I was at the outpost, the Ark, or on the surface. You didn't seem all that out of sorts. Just because someone doesn't show doesn't mean they're not hurting inside. Still though. What? Nothing. I just wondered if you were actually real. Well, as you can see, I'm very much real. It may seem like a silly thought to you, but if your only reference point is his records, there are times when you wonder. Really? Yeah, your military career has defied belief from the start. Even on your first mission, when the transport was shot down, you managed to lead a hastily formed squad, destroy the blacksmith, and complete the mission. You faced a few challenges in your next mission to pursue Chatterbox. Sure. But that was also the first time you met the goddesses. Then you went further up north and encountered Unlimited. You met Snow White and crossed paths yet again with Chatterbox. You know, I kind of... It's interesting. They're kind of summarizing all the stuff that's happened. It's kind of interesting. I really wonder what the summer event's going to be. I wonder if they're just going to have it as a summer event, or if it's actually going to be something, you know, expansive. Because when did... I think around the time of Sirens event, we had the Last Kingdom event. I don't know, I can't... Or did that happen during summer? I mean, technically it's summer now. You're so crossed paths again with Chatterbox. Then just when it seemed you were about to take it down, Modernity appeared in... Oh, sorry. I'm sure these aren't exactly pleasant memories for you. It's okay. We may be separated now, but it's only temporary. I see. How's Miriam doing? After that incident, we don't have any more reports regarding her. She's... Well, I can't say. Now, on second thought, don't tell me. If you told me anything, I'd be duty bound to record it. And you don't want to leave a written record behind, do you? No, I don't. You won't get in trouble for this. It's fine. The higher-ups censor some of the information they give us anyways. And after all the hard work you've done for the good of the Ark, you can get away with this at the very least. A notification sound emits from Arcana's phone. Oh boy. Is it Phantom? No. It's from the boss. It's time for my memory wipe. I actually found out that my memory came back. How did... Let's get going. I'll be in big trouble if I'm late. We'll have to do the rest of the tour another time. Sure thing. As I move to set the book back on the shelf, once again catches the note that reads my favorite. Arcana? Yes? Why are you such a fan of ours? How could I not be? You guys give meaning to what I do. Arcana clasps her hand behind her back and quietly walks between the bookshelves. I know. I was awfully lofty a few moments ago. What with all that talk about protecting this information from oblivion, but the long and short of it is that if the Ark were to fall, it'd be curtains for these records. It's because of you. Arcana stares at the wooden door at the end of the passageway. And your compatriots. That there's a meaning to the work that I do. And yes, it's just plain cool. Facing the raptures and heretics and not backing down, defeating them all. You standing your ground and bellowing, I will protect my Nikkes. Did I do that? Even if you didn't, it doesn't matter. Oh, right. There was something I always wanted to tell you. If I ever met you in person... What's that? Arcana takes a step back and bows her head. Thank you for fighting for us. Thank you for all that you've done as well. Arcana and I head out of the library and eventually arrive at Lysion headquarters. Oh wait, just a second. What is it? I need to take a photo as proof. Arcana leans back against me and pulls out her phone. And suddenly, I suddenly remember all the photos plastered on the wall in Arcana's room. Arcana. 1 second. Just gotta access the camera. I can enter the Forbidden Library as well, right? That's right, since you have authorization. Goodness me. This camera is so slow. That means I'll be able to remember things for you. I really have to get a new phone. What? Photos are great, but it's better to have someone else you can depend on. This is gonna turn into 51st dates. That's what's gonna be. I just take these photos for fun. You do? You don't think selfies are fun? I don't take selfies, man. You think I want to see my ugly mug? They are for me. I mean, I can totally get why someone would get the wrong idea. That they'd take me for some tragic heroine or something like that. But they'd be wrong. Anyway, you looked really cool a moment ago. Got my heart racing and everything. Click. Once Arcana has configured the settings for her liking, she takes a photo. Any chance you could smile for me a little bit more? I want to remember this as a happy moment. You said you didn't see this as a commemorative thing. I don't. It's just... I just want to have a photo with my favorite commander that I can cherish. Once my memory is wiped, I may be able to remember you helping me regain my memories. But I may forget just how much I like you and our conversation that we had in the Forbidden Library. There we go. That one came out much better. There you go again, making that face. Fine. If it bothers you that much, Arcana holds out her pinky finger. Let's collaborate every once in a while. Collaborate? Yeah, as in work together. My job is to record things, and it's far better to get the information straight from the source than from reading secondhand reports. Mission reports are dry as dirt. Hey! Excuse me? I'm not dry. I don't like reading them. And when we're inside the Forbidden Library, I'd remember everything. Okay. Promise? Promise. Lock my pinky finger with Arcana's. You stay put. I'll be back. After Arcana disappears into the building, I check a message that I received a few moments ago. I expect a tactical decision. I'm gonna go in there and stop this. It's over, Ingrid. You MILF. you. She's over like 100. Is she 80 or 100? She's fucking up there. You fucking ancient hag. Upon seeing me enter the office, Ingrid puts down the tablet she was looking at. Ingrid! I don't know. You don't know what I was going to say. I wasn't fully aware of what state Arcana was in. And I'm not aware of what you saw in the secret archive. I know you have many questions you want to ask, but I can't help you. However, Ingrid stands up and looks out the window. If I were to hypothetically talk out loud to myself, I don't think that'd be a problem. Well, since I'm already here. I sit at the table where some refreshments have been laid out. Steam rises from the freshly poured cup of hot coffee. Am I gonna steal her coffee? I might as well stay for a few moments. I'm gonna shoot.
She's like old granny. She lays out the cookies and coffee. Do you want some cookies? Maybe we should give her an old voice instead of the... Well, do you want some refreshments, dearie? How about some raisin cookies? Ugh, raisin cookies. Do as you like. How are the judges connected to the secret archive? The Ark is a smaller place than most think. You often end up meeting someone in one place, and then running into them again in another. It's an awful small cast of characters. It can get a bit tiresome. Why are you hiding information about the Goddess Squad? There are many people out there who want to keep that information safe under lock and key. The question is, are their goals all the same? For some, perhaps they see that as the best choice. When you say some, there isn't that much information out there on the man who founded the bestseller squad. The only thing I'm certain of is that there was something that he wanted to hide. Dude. How much you want to bet is fucking Oswald? Fucking Oswald. Knowing that guy. I don't know, he's so flippy floppy. The same goes for the higher ups in the Ark. That could explain why some of the official records don't exactly align with the truth. You could be right. Not even I know all the secrets that are hidden there. I'm getting tired of talking to myself. I have to get back to work. In fact, Arcana's memory wipe should be finished by now. Doesn't usually take a few hours. It was already complete by the time you got here. Ingrid taps on the tablet. There were times when I felt my patience was at its limit. But I must admit that cooperating with Macilis was worth it in the end. It's afforded us the ability to upgrade our own selective memory wipe technology. Now it's much faster, much safer, and more tactical. Again with the tactical talk. You have to be thankful. It's thanks to this tactical collaboration that we succeeded in this attempt. What attempt? You can see for yourself. At any rate, there won't be any issues with losing memories going forward. Somehow I doubt that. There could always be the 1 in a million exception. However, it's precisely because of that, Ingrid turns around and looks at me, that we need someone to stand by us in the decisions we make. I understand. I take a sip of the now cold coffee and get up. Wow, was that long? It took that long? Oh my god. How fucking long was she talking? You know how the old people, they talk for hours. Then I'll be off. Thank you, old hag. At least on coffee tastes pretty good. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. I think I prefer... I think I'd prefer Frima's. Yeah, sure. I open the door and I'm just about to leave when Ingrid... You know what? That makes me suspicious. Did you put something in the coffee? And calls to me. Wait just a moment. There was something. What are you talking about? Ingrid taps on the tablet. Information on the founder of the bestseller squad. A signature on an authorization form. Although it's just an initial... Oh. I knew it! It's fucking Oswald! Oh my god. I'm fucking... Oswald. I rush out of Lisan headquarters. Near the main entrance, I spot a shock of a familiar aqua blue hair. Beside Arcana, there lies an Americano and a cup of lemon tea. Arcana, I know people were complaining about this. I'll be honest, they're complaining. The background looks bad. I think my only problem is when it zooms out, the bench looks really odd. I don't have a problem with this. I think it... Nope. Of course, then I snip her with her eyes closed. I think this is fine. God, could you imagine if I edited this and instead every time I said Arcana, I stuffed it with like shoutouts from Rome Total War of the Arcana.
Arcane.
Arcana.
Arcane.
Oh. Who are you? Ah, you're the legendary commander that I've heard about. Are you? I'm a big fan. Do you like coffee by any chance? You're a horrible actor. What? I'm not acting. I take the coffee that Arcana offers me. Where are you coming from? I told you to stay put. Sorry, I had a conversation with Ingrid. Oh, I see. How's your memory? Well, I have to ponder something for a few moments. Arcana points at me. I remember. You're my favorite commander. Is that all? Do I need more? No, that's enough. So, what did you and the boss talk about? It's alright if it's bad news. I can take it. You of all people should know that. It's good news. She said that you won't be forgetting as much going forward. She said the Merry Whites will be more tactical. More tactical. Ugh, not that word again. Anyway, it seems the collaboration with sales yielded some results. You knew? Yes, boss kept telling me about it. In fact, she told me so many times that I thought my ears were going to fall off. I think she wanted to reassure me, even though I kept telling her I was fine. I see. What else? There's no way There's no way you two talked for as long as you did and only covered that. So, what else did you talk about? Something important? That... It's a secret, I'm afraid. Huh? Then again, if I were to talk to myself, I suppose that'd be alright. I was in a playful mood, so I illuminated that Ingrid had done with me. However, my audience wasn't as receptive. Who talks himself in front of someone? Just tell me quickly. Seems like I'm not the only one who can keep a secret. My lips are sealed, promise. For example, the person standing before me, smiling and drinking her lemon tea, is second to none when it comes to keeping secrets, especially regarding her most noble of missions. Arcana? Wait. Arcane, I don't know why I thought that was the name. I was like, wait a minute. End. Well, there you go. And then we'll have to wait for... Wait, when's hard mode? 4 days for the final thing. Arcana!
Arcane.
Does she say anything in this? We'll check this out. Oh, there's no talking at all. Just look at her. She's just there and smiles. There you go. Oh, well, whoa.
The Goddess Squad has many...
Arcane. 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 Arcane.